All right, welcome back to another edition of NFL Crapshooters. Kofad, did we have a bounce back week?
You did. You went.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How convenient. You went 5-3 last week. 63%. Papinchek, another winning week, 8-6, 57%. Troy, 5-4, 55%. I was right down the middle, 4-4. Taylor and Brett both 3-5. On the season, Papinchek still kicking ass. 25, 13, and 1 at 65%. Nolan, you're at 500, 12, 12, and 1. Troy, you are 11, 12, and 2. I'm 9, 14, and 1, just below 40%. And both Brett and Taylor are 8, 14, and 1. So Taylor not having the repeat season he was hoping for like he did last year.
Used up all his juice last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, John's good at picking games. He should open up his own thing called like Bet JP.
Yeah, because he follows BetQL. He's
Does
just
he
regurgitating
actually?
it. So the reason I joke about that is because like 2 or 3 years ago, he kept like asking me, like, "Oh, have you ever heard of this like BetQL? Like they like do all these like picks and stuff for you." I was like, "Well, yeah." I was like, "But then you got to pay for it." He's like, "Yeah, but you return your investment, you just win a couple bets and it's free." So I think he pays for it.
I mean, if he's actually betting what his record is on the show,
good.
it's working for him.
Yeah, it's
I
working.
mean, his system is he just bets all of them, over, under, and the game lines. So,
yeah.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. We're shooting this on Thursday. Do we still want to do our Thursday picks?
I just give them out quick. I think we all got the Cowboys. Troy, do you have the Cowboys?
I'm going to take the Giants.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Troy's taking the Giants. We'll see if he is right or wrong. Everyone else is taking the Cowboys. Brett has not given picks, so maybe we give him a loss automatically if he doesn't give a pick by kickoff.
Oh, that usually is the rule.
Actually, I'm going to switch it to the over because I remember last year I took the Giants and they got beat like 47-0 or something crazy like that.
That could also happen.
That would hit the over.
So yeah,
I'm rooting for the Giants. I'm rooting for the Giants.
I'm rooting for the Giants too.
It'd be hilarious if the Cowboys lost. Yeah.
Yeah. They're bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into. We got one game on Sunday, huh? On the slate.
You know what? I could have done Packers Vikings, but what's the status of Jordan Love? And I just thought Georgia Alabama talking about that game was more interesting, to be honest. Top 5 game. We've done that before. If it's top 5 game, we'll throw it in. So that was my decision making. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hop right into it. We got the Red Hot Bills looking like the #1 team in the NFL.
Wait. You don't want to do Chiefs Chargers? That's the one.
Oh, I skipped right after this.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
That's what I thought you were going to go with.
No. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I meant to skip over the Cowboys Giants, and I skipped over the next.
And I picked Chiefs Chargers.
Good.
I picked Chiefs Chargers over Packers Vikings since it's AFC and more relevant to us as Bills fans.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. There's more than one Sunday game then. All right, good. Chiefs at Chargers. Okay, so tell me this. Is Justin Herbert out?
I think the line's telling you it's probably going to be Taylor Heineke, right?
Taylor Heineke.
It was 8.5. We have it at 7.5. I didn't look at it what it is today, but it sounds like it's not going to be Herbert. And I don't think he should have played last Sunday, to be honest, before he went out for good.
Damn plantar fascia. It'll get you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chiefs at Chargers. Chargers giving up. Or no, Chiefs are favored by 7.5. Over-under is 40. Kofad, you got a stat for this game?
Yeah. The Chiefs are 9-0 in their last 9 games. You know, there's been a handful of teams in NFL history that have gone on streaks like this, but probably not a surprise. They have won those 9 games by a combined 54 points. It's the smallest margin of victory by any NFL team in history that has been on a 9-game winning streak. You know, they're not dominating teams. Every game's nip and tuck, and then, you know, they just figure out a way to win it at the end. Over and over again.
They lost by a toe. Controversial call at the end of one game. Didn't get called at the end of the Falcons game. Not like they're looking like some other team I know in the AFC.
No.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess I came in first. Shit. All that stuff makes me want to take the Chargers, but it is Heineke, but it is Harbaugh.
That's my thinking.
Run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Likes to run the ball. keep the game close. Maybe not ask too much out of Heineke. Tough defense. Chiefs have a tough defense. Might be a low scoring game. Keep it close. I've talked myself into it. I'll take the Chargers plus 7.5. Feels disgusting.
Very disgusting. Very gross.
But hey, I'm going off what I've seen the last 3 weeks. Or to Kofi's point, the last 9 games the Chiefs played.
Yeah. Well,
Troy.
I'm just saying you're just picking them to cover. You're not saying the Chargers are winning. Like
Yeah,
they could,
exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, it seems like the last week every huge underdog just won outright.
Until Monday night.
That's
with
why
the Jaguars.
and Pinchek are the only ones left in the reverse survivor league.
People got to stop picking the Bengals on anything survivor related. I think that's the lesson we learned.
Yeah. And it didn't even matter because I wanted to change my pick, but I was going to change it to the Broncos, like Troy. And they freaking
they dominated.
pulled out the win
game by the Bucks.
All right, Troy, what do you got for this game?
Well, the way you started that, I thought we were agreeing here. Harbaugh, run the ball, got a good defense. Chiefs has a good defense. I'm taking the under.
The under?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
You'd also assume if the Chargers cover, it'd probably be the under.
I don't think the Chiefs have that big explosive offense like they always have.
No, not so far.
Andy Reid's been controlling the game, run the ball, control the clock. So.
I don't know, because I thought that's why they got Xavier Worthy, but it just seems like
since week 1 he hasn't done too much.
Yeah, he needs that special gadget play,
reverse,
some reverse, something that's specifically designed only for him. But hey, that's good. Yeah. That's what we were all kind of hoping for. So
absolutely.
Kofi, why don't you give me your picks and any picks you have stored away in your pocket?
Yeah, Pinchek has the Chargers, and he's going to take the over. So he's going against your philosophy. He's going to take plus 7.5 and over 40. Taylor has the under 40. I'm not surprised. That seems like a classic Taylor pick. I am going to ride with the Chargers plus 7.5. This is strictly a Jim Harbaugh. I trust you to have a week's worth of game plan, assuming that Herbert's out, to control the clock, run the ball. I probably should take the under with it as well, but I'm just going to stick with one pick. And look, the Chiefs, where's Travis Kelce? What's he doing? He hasn't done anything so far this season on the field. They're winning games. Hey, they're winning games. It doesn't matter where you really are at on September, what is it, the 26th? It matters where you are in January and February, and the Chiefs have done that over and over again. But this is not the best team in the NFL right now. I think the Chargers could keep this close. I would not be shocked if Harbaugh somehow pulls out a victory. This is a classic Harbaugh.
I would be shocked.
Harbaugh's had plenty of times, both in the NFL and college, where he's been a dog and he's surprised people. Would not shock me, but I'm just going to take the points here. Chargers plus 7.5.
A fully healthy Herbert, I would agree with you, but Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, but a fully healthy Herbert is probably minus 3.5 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just and a lot of it's also the way the Chiefs have been playing. Like they're just
Herbert,
these teams around. They're not dominating.
Herbert also plays well against the Chiefs. I know.
Yes,
he
yes, he
does. He does. Yeah, he does. But Heineke's got it. He does got that dog in him. Like once in a while.
He does.
And this is it was like this last week with Andy Dalton. It's all right, coming off the bench. I've had a week to get ready. This is my time to show everybody. That adrenaline's pumping. So maybe
it's like Ryan Fitzpatrick back in the day. You want him for a game or two, but the longer he's in, the more it's okay, this is why he's a backup.
And the magic. He's only got so much Fitz magic left in that tank.
Yeah.
All right. Now we can jump into the Bills versus Ravens. Bills, red hot Bills, 3-0, going up against the Baltimore Ravens, who got back on track a little bit more last week. Almost blew it though to the Cowboys. What were they up?
28-6.
28-6. I don't know how the Ravens do it. They do it all the time.
Cowboys got an onside kick. Nobody gets an onside kick anymore with these rules. And the Cowboys got one. They have a great kicker that helps.
First onside kick with a new kickoff too, right? Maybe that's wrong, but first one I saw. The Ravens, this is just their MO. For as long as I can remember, they just blow leads.
Yes.
They cannot hold on to a lead. And I thought that's why they got Derrick Henry. So they could just run the ball, hopefully get a first down or two, just drain the clock. But no, they just refuse to do it.
And to their credit, when they've got the ball back and they were up 3 points, they did run the ball. and they were able to run out the clock and win the game. They finally kind of stuck to that game plan.
Yes, Lamar got the first down on the run and the game. But I mean, geez, that was close.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was 2 years ago they were up like 20 on the Bills.
Remember the Dolphins game? They were killing the Dolphins. The Dolphins
that was
came
bad.
back.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
that was
they've
the
had a
same
few of
year, I
these.
think. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so Ravens are favored by 2.5. Over under 46.5. Kofod, I think there's a little bit of weather coming, maybe to Baltimore.
Yeah, I got 69 degrees, nice, 6 mile per hour winds. I have about 25% chance of rain.
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. I thought the hurricane was moving up towards Maryland.
And also, this is what I looked up yesterday. I didn't update it for today, so weather can change at any moment, as we know. It's week 4. Josh Allen is very good against the spread in the first 4 weeks of the season. Josh Allen is 17-9 against the spread in his first 4 games of the regular season. And believe it or not, he's 37, 38, and 5 against the spread in game 5 or later in the regular season in his career.
Wow.
That's some stat.
He
Wait,
does
what
it
was
the
that
first
second
4 weeks.
37, 38?
37, 38, and 5 against the spread, week 5 or later in the regular season in his career. So he's bet him the first 4 weeks for sure. And so far that's been, I mean, I know they didn't cover against the Cardinals technically, depending on the line. But,
Half a point.
yeah. But they definitely covered the last couple.
Yeah, because the Bills they usually do come out hot September. And so then I feel like the line starts to move up, and then it's a larger number to cover.
Yep.
They stop covering. But here they're the dogs.
Yes.
And if they keep playing like they're playing, I just don't see how anybody can.
I think
keep
they're the
up
best
with
team
them.
in football. Again, it's September 26th. I think they're the best team in football right now.
Yeah, I don't think any other fan base can look you in the face and say no.
Maybe the Chiefs.
They're not, though.
I'm trying to
Like,
think.
what argument you would just say, well, they're the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Defending champs. They got
Very
the
good
crown.
argument. Very good argument.
We beat them in the
Defense-
regular season. We can't beat them in the playoffs, which is definitely.
I'm
Andy
just saying, if you're
Reid.
going
so
off, if
far.
you're going off of this year,
Yes.
like,
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
we lead
Bills.
the league in points.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the Steelers. They're 3-0. You know, the only team, Vikings.
Vikings maybe.
Vikings have been playing well. They kicked the Texans' ass last Sunday. That game was over.
I don't
Embarrassing.
think the Texans are all that great.
Yeah, but someone's got to win that division.
Yeah, they'll win it.
I thought that division was going to be competitive.
My God,
Like I thought,
Trevor Lawrence. Holy cow, what a dip he has had. Ooh. Like I was
Yeah.
happy for DeMar Hamlin, but that
Wasn't it-
interception should have never happened. That
No.
guy was wide open. He overthrew him by like 10 yards.
and wasn't it their owner that said, "Oh, this is the best team that the Jackson Jaguars had ever assembled,"
Wow.
and they
That's
just looked terrible.
Terrible. The game was over in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but you got the Jags.
That game was over before the Washington Cincy game started.
completely.
Yeah.
I almost
thought-
just switched to it.
I thought the Jags were going to be good. I thought the Colts were going to be good with Anthony Richardson coming back. He looks awful. Texans, we'll see. I think they'll probably still end up winning it. And then
Titans
who am I missing?
now with Will
Titans.
Levis.
Oh my God, Titans.
And that
They
crazy coach that hates
They
him.
just find ways to lose. His coach is right. If they would just punt, once they get a lead, if they just punt after every fucking down, they probably win.
Will Levis has a hilarious meme every week of him falling on his
I
face on
know.
some bad play. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
I wonder what it's going to be this week. We'll talk about them. No, we won't. Yes, we will a little later. Okay. Anyways, yes, Bills. I think they're the best team in the NFL. It feels like this is like almost like a comeback down to earth game, but I almost thought that last week, and they just didn't stop.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to keep riding this train, and I'm just going to keep making money. I'm just going to take Bills plus 2.5. I think they win outright. I think they keep going. I think the Ravens, her offensive line, I think they still don't even know who they are. I think Zay Flowers is good. Derrick Henry looks great. He's not getting hit, in the backfield anymore, so he has time to gain some speed. But I think our defensive line against their offensive line, I think he's going to have some issues. And then McDermott's always done a good job containing Lamar, so I'll bank on all those facts, and I'll take the Bills. Troy.
Yeah, the line scares me. I thought it was going to be Bills minus 2.5. I have watched the Ravens play the last 2 weeks. The week before last, I remember saying Lamar wasn't running the ball. I don't know why he wasn't running the ball, but their offense just came up flat. They were on 3-and-out when he was trying to throw. Then last week he was running the ball, and they did really well, at least in the first 3 quarters. That scares me a little bit, especially our run defense with Derrick Henry and Lamar, who have both, done some damage against us in the past. I feel like our defense is gonna.
Have they though?
Yeah.
When?
Well, Derrick Henry, we have shut him down a few times, but there's other times where he's ran all over us.
The Josh
Did
Norman
one-
stiff arm.
That's what I'm thinking of. Maybe it's
He had the
just that
stiff arm
play.
that didn't even count because they threw a flag on the play. And then he had that one super long run for like
That's
75
right.
yards.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Might be right. But it's still in the back
It's still
of my
Derrick
mind
Henry.
that
It's
I
Derrick
can
Henry.
see them running all over us. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But that might not even matter because we have Josh Allen and he might just score on every possession. So with that being said, I'm going to take the over. I think this might be a Lamar versus Josh classic showdown. That's the discussion always on Twitter, who's better. Yeah. I think the Ravens and their fans have this game circled. They're ready for Buffalo, so I think they're going to come out firing, but I think we're going to outfire them. But I'm still just going to take the over.
To the point, real quick, before we get to Kofod, about the running the ball, them establishing the run. I think if you come out like you did in the Jags game and you just get an early lead, then you force Lamar Jackson to be a passer.
Yeah.
They have to catch up to the game. So if don't do it like you did against the Cardinals. Come out firing like you did against the Jags. I don't think that Baltimore defense is what it used to be. I think I saw a stat that they are the #1 team in giving up explosive plays. So hopefully Joe Brady's got some play cooked up.
Yeah, the coaching staff looks really comfortable right now, both sides of the ball. Like not the chaos that we saw for much of last season, before Dorsey got fired.
Not the why does this look so difficult? Like everything just looked like we are struggling to get a first down, whereas now it's just
the play calls, the pre-motion before the snap. Josh seems very calm, not so stressed out. Like, oh, I got to make a play right now. Like ease of mind for him. It's awesome to see.
And everyone's saying we didn't have any weapons. Josh didn't have weapons. All those guys look awesome. Like
Shakir's a weapon.
Shakir is amazing.
Shakir's awesome. And
both
James
our tight
Cook
ends,
is a top 5.
James Cook is incredible.
I wish he could catch.
He could catch. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But then Shakir, like 2 plays later, just freaking jukes out the team, and I thought he got broken half. But
that was a nice little spin move, yeah. And Keon Coleman, nice little touchdown there, get him going.
That.
Yeah,
he was wide open.
He was
separation.
That's what he does.
Guy couldn't guard him. He tried.
Jaguars were lost. They were lost from the start.
Was that his only catch? Was that his only catch?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
But also, I think Josh Allen threw it to 10 or 11 different receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Everybody eats.
6 different touchdown scorers.
Yeah, I saw a graphic of the Brady bunch, and it was like all the little squares of everyone that caught a pass.
It was like 11 different receivers.
Yeah.
Everybody eats.
Yeah, let's go.
They weren't lying.
It's nice when you don't have to worry about one person with stats and touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I love Diggs. I still do, but like it's addition by subtraction.
Felt bad watching Gabe Davis out there.
Yeah.
Felt pretty bad.
Yeah. But he's got his money.
But what is he thinking right now?
Like, I wish he was on a team.
Damn, Josh is good.
Yeah.
Trevor's not.
Trevor's not good. Trevor's spinning away from guys that weren't even there.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
All right, Kopad, give me your picks.
Papinchek's got the Bills plus 2.5 and the under 46.5. Taylor has the over 46.5. I have boxed myself into a corner for a stupid reason on this show, saying I'll pick against the Bills until they lose. So technically, I'm going to take the Ravens plus 2.5, but I think the Bills are going to kick the Ravens' ass. So much so that I made the Ravens my survivor loser going up against Papinchek. He's got the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens to lose. I think the Bills are going to win. If the Ravens won, would I be shocked? No, but man, the way they're playing, the way the Bills are playing, I think by the second half we pull away, win by a couple of tutties. So taking Ravens -2.5, but I don't really believe it in my heart.
Who is Carolina playing?
The Bengals, the Andy Dalton Bowl.
You can't take the Bengals in any Survivor League.
And a revenge game for Andy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huge revenge game for Andy. God, they looked. I think they just
Stink.
Their defense
just
is terrible.
Yeah.
Like Burrow's
just
playing good.
Burrow was
but
fine.
Andy Dalton confirmed that Bryce Young is not the guy.
No, he's not. And I like Bryce out of college, but he's not the guy.
No, he's really bad.
Like you can make all the excuses about the owner and the Panthers. Like they got NFL players.
I think
Yeah.
he's the worst, the biggest bust in NFL history.
I would say
Might be.
Jamarcus Russell, but you might be right.
I
Only
think
because
they
of
put-
the trade. The
I
trade.
think
Yeah.
they put
The
the
trade.
stats up next to him, and they're pretty much identical.
Now, if the
Yeah.
Bears don't do anything, then it doesn't look as bad as a trade. We'll see how the Bears are in the long run.
Poor Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
Yeah,
They
that
should be
offense-
0-3, if not for.
I know. I'm a lot
Mayo
richer because
boy.
they're not 0-3. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Speaking of
Oh,
Will
what,
Levis giving
what
away
a-
a game.
what an awful Monday night doubleheader. At least this first game. Yuck.
Yes. This is the instance where you're really happy there's a doubleheader because you will
Yeah.
be probably flipping over, or both teams are so bad that they just keep it close, and then it's very interesting, and you're
I mean,
just like,
That's
what
what the
is Will
spread
Levis
says.
going to do next?
Yeah.
You know, so yes, we have the Titans going to Miami. Dolphins are -1 with Tim Boyle, who I didn't even know was in the league anymore. Over under 36.5, or is it that Brown
Skylar's
guy
not
from-
playing.
Skyler
he's
got
hurt.
hurt. Boyle came in. Boyle looked decent enough.
Or is the Brown guy from the Baltimore? Is he? He's on his
Brown
Dolphins
guy?
now too, I think. His last name's Brown. Or no,
Tyler
I'm
Huntley?
thinking of the guy that Tyler Huntley. I'm thinking of the guy that we signed from the Ravens to the practice squad in the preseason. He started like a game. His last name was Brown. Okay. Kofi, give me a stat for this game.
Weather is going to be partly cloudy, 83 degrees, 4-mile-per-hour winds, a 38% chance of rain, which, Miami can't be surprised by that. So the Dolphins just played at Seattle, got their ass kicked. Okay. In the last 4 years, teams are 19-6 against the spread in their next game after leaving Seattle. Believe it or not, that's the most profitable previous road opponent going to the next game in the NFL. You would think it'd be the opposite, like leaving Seattle. Oh, you're dragged. It's such a long trip. No, actually, you do pretty well against the spread on the return trip after Seattle.
Wow.
Random. Yeah, very random.
Jeez.
And it's too bad Tua didn't play because we could have had the Hawk Tua memes forever with Seahawks versus Dolphins.
Yeah. Now that's probably dead forever.
Yep.
What do you do in this game?
You don't watch it.
You don't watch
Well,
it.
thank God there's another one.
Yeah.
Yes.
If any time there was to have a doubleheader,
Well, another one's
take-
good.
I'm gonna take the Titans here. Will Levis beat them last year. Now
That's
they
true.
got
They were
knows a
double-digit
quarterback.
dogs.
The
Yeah.
Dolphins look like they're in turmoil. Maybe Will Levis just like puts it together today, and I have no idea. I can't bet on the Dolphins. They're terrible. So, Troy.
I have no idea where I want to go with this game. I was just going to go with Kofad's stat just because it's the only angle I have. But I think I'm going to go with the over.
Ooh.
Ugly over.
Low over, though.
Yeah, low over.
Yeah, it could be like 3 pick sixes in the game.
Could be. Yeah, could get some red zone or back in your own zone turnovers.
Kofod.
Papinchek's going to take the Titans and the over. Taylor is also taking the Titans. I'm going to take the Dolphins. They're home. They
Coming back from Seattle.
I gave the stat, and this is also Mike McDaniel. I still think you're a good coach. Figure out a way to, get the troops together. You're going up against the turnover machine. That's Will Levis. Figure out a way to win this game and then go from there. So this is I trust the coach to figure it out. Seahawks are a tough opponent from last week. The Seahawks are probably a pretty good team at least. So I'll take the Dolphins -1.
Did you hear that Miami beat reporters or whatever were asking McDaniel if he was going to give up play calling and hand it over to the offensive coordinator?
I have not heard that. No.
Yeah.
Did McDaniels have a quirky response?
I have no idea, but I feel like my response would be like, guys, I just lost my starting quarterback. We were the number one offense in the league last year. Like, just give me a week or two.
Right.
To figure this out.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But I'm glad Miami is just freaking out though.
Yeah, the worse this gets, Tyreek Hill's been a good soldier for a while. We'll see how long that lasts.
We just got paid again, right?
Yes, but he also wants to win and have his stats,
No, he ain't gonna.
No,
do
not the way it's looking.
Unless he starts playing QB. I don't know. Just do the Wildcat. Bring back the Wildcat to Miami.
Michigan in college football, Miami in the NFL. There's some teams that maybe should adopt the Wildcat full time.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's get to the other game. Probably most of us will be watching. We have, I believe, undefeated Seahawks.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yeah, going to the Detroit Lions. Detroit favored by 3.5. Over under is 46.5. Kofod, give me a stat on this game. Maybe a little weather. Don't have to.
Don't.
Don't.
Jared Goff is 4-7 against the spread versus the Seahawks. That is his least profitable opponent against the spread of any team he's ever played in his career. Also, I feel like people are going to love it or hate it. I think I'm going to already hate it once I see it. The Lions are wearing their special weird blue helmets with the black jerseys. From the pictures I've seen, I'm not a fan of. Maybe it'll look better once they're on the field, but I'm not digging it right now.
Dan Campbell really wanted those though.
Yes, I guess maybe they're hardcore Detroit people. That's
wasn't
what they
that the whole?
Yeah.
If we make it to the NFC Championship, you have to give us these jerseys.
We'll bring back the black jerseys. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have told them Super Bowl.
I think if they maybe just had the silver helmets still, I'm not digging the helmets.
Right.
It's like this light
the blue,
the Honolulu blue. I don't know. It's too much for me. I'm an old school guy anyway with the uniforms.
It's a weird look.
I do like the Lions. They got on with a blue face mask this year. It's a good look.
Yeah. Huh.
That's uniform talk.
Yes. What are the Seahawks wearing?
I think they're regular, ugly road uniforms. They should wear their throwbacks full time.
They should wear their highlighted neon green.
You know what? Yeah, you do that with the black and
that
the
would
Honolulu
be an
blue.
ugly fucking game.
That'd be awesome.
That would be the Madden. Two teams created their own jerseys and they're freaking playing. And
yeah.
I'm going to take the Lions here. They're at home. Seahawks start off 3-0. I think they're going to have a little bit fall back down to earth. I think the Lions are still playing good. I mean, they look great week 1. Well, no. Was it week 2?
They lost to Bucks in week 2.
They lost to Bucks week 2. Okay. So
beat the Rams week 1, beat the Cardinals last week.
Oh, yeah. Rams. That was a good
Patriots.
game. Rams were in it too.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the Lions here. I still like them. I still think they have a good balanced team. Goff's playing indoors. Maybe the Seahawks come back down earth a little bit. I'll take the Lions 3.5. Wish it was 3, but I'll take 3 in the hooker. Troy.
Yeah, I want to take the Seahawks because I think this is going to be a good game. I think the Seahawks are okay. But then you think they played a shitty Patriots team that they kind of struggled with. Went to overtime.
Yeah.
That's true.
Then they played an injured Dolphins team. Well,
that game was over from the start. Yeah.
So I don't know. And I guess it's home. So I'll take the Lions, even though I don't want to.
Go 5.
Papinchek has. Did I write it down? No, I did not write. I did not write it down, so I don't know what Papinchek has. I'm sure he has something. I have to go back and look. My bad. He gives a million picks. Taylor has the Lions -3.5. I think the Lions have sneaky become an under team now because you look at the offense, you go, oh, they got Gibbs, they got these receivers, they got Goff. They're so fun to watch. You know what the Lions have now? They got a damn good defense with Aiden Hutchinson. And for example, that last week against the Cardinals, once they got the lead and they were up enough, they kind of eased the pedal, ran the clock a little, relied on that defense. I think that's what this Lions team is now, much like the Chiefs last year, where you thought, oh, the Chiefs are just going to score points, points, points. No, it's actually really more of their defense that's keeping them in these games. I think the same with this Lions team. So I will take the under 46.5 in this Lions Seahawks game.
Yeah, that was my free money bet last week, was the over in the Cardinals Lions. And the first half was like, oh, this is going to be easy over. They're flying. And they didn't score again.
And then, by the way, I just looked it up. Pinchek's got the Lions -3.5. And after everything I said about the under, he took the over.
All right. So, yeah, that brings us to Kofad's bonus challenge.
Yeah.
College game to pick. We got number 2 Georgia, made me some money a couple weeks ago, but they also lost me some money against
Kentucky. 13 to 12. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I had them like alternate spread -10 or something, and they almost lost. Going up against Alabama. Alabama's got some studs. Kofi, give us some stats on this game.
I'll give you the weather, 74 degrees, 7-mile-per-hour winds, 10% rain. I don't really have any great stats. To me, these are just more like fun nuggets of trivia. Alabama is going to be a home underdog for the first time since 2007. 17 years. That's unbelievable. That's a stat. And then how about this one, little trivia question? I'll put you guys on the spot right now. Can you name, now that Nick Saban's retired, can you name the last current active head coach in college football to beat Kirby Smart and Georgia in a football game?
The last active coach?
He's an active coach. Not at his current, not at the school that he beat Georgia in. But he is coaching a college team right now in Division I. It's a tough one.
Not Dabo, is it?
That's what I was going to guess.
Well, how about this one? So Dabo's the last coach to beat Georgia. That's an active coach on his current school in the regular season. He beat Mark Richt's Georgia team in 2013 in the regular season. The last active head coach to beat Georgia, if you remember when the Texas Longhorns beat Georgia in the 2018 Sugar Bowl and Sam Ehlinger yelled, "We're back," and they weren't. It would be Tom Herman, who is currently the coach at Florida Atlantic.
I would not have got that.
That is quite the trivia question.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. Maybe Taylor would have.
But all those stats, the home underdog stat, that shows you how great Nick Saban was as a coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to take Alabama. First time being a dog at home since 2007. I'm sure they all know that. They're probably all bulletin board material. And like I said, I'm still pissed off at Georgia for ruining my teaser. So I'll take Alabama in this one. I think they got some studs on that team.
Yes, I did. I agree. Yes.
Troy.
Georgia.
They got some dogs over there.
I feel like they just came off a bad game and they're going to bounce back, and it's Alabama. So I think maybe last week there was a little bit of a look ahead game. I don't know. I like Georgia.
Go fun.
Papinchek took where is it? He took Georgia and the under 48.5. I don't hate the under pick there. Taylor's gonna ride Bama +2. I think if I'm looking at the schedules and how this new 12-team playoff could play out, I think Georgia needs this game more, because if you look at their schedule, they have to play at Texas, they have to play at Ole Miss, and they have to play home against Tennessee, who could also be 3 potential playoff teams. That is one hell of a schedule. Plus, throw in they play Georgia Tech, probably beat Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech seems like a decent team. They have to play Florida still and Auburn. Georgia's got a tough schedule. I think Georgia needs this game more, because I don't think they can have 3 losses in the regular season, let's say, and make the playoff.
They could lose 2 of those and still make it.
Yeah. And they could lose 2 of those and maybe still make the SEC championship. And my guess is the 2 teams that make the SEC championship will be in the playoff.
Right.
Even if they lose. So I think Georgia needs the game more, but I'm still going to pick Alabama. In fact, I'm going to pick Alabama money line. I'm going to just forget the 2 points. I say they win it outright. My big thing with Georgia, and we'll find out Saturday night, who is their playmaking stars at the skill positions, running back, receiver, a tight end, now that Brock Bowers is gone. That's the one thing that alarmed me when I watched that Kentucky game. The defense did what they did. The defense is dominant. The line was great, like they usually were, but you didn't really see any playmakers. I think Alabama's got some playmakers, and Kalen DeBoer, with the way he coached at Washington, he knows how to coach offense. I don't think he's going to be afraid of the moment. That home crowd's going to be pumped up. I think Milroe, the quarterback, he's gotten better and better. He looks a lot better than he did in that Rose Bowl game against Michigan, where he was really bad for much of that game. So I'm going to take Bama to win. I'll take the money line to pull off the upset and keep their undefeated season going. Fun game. I can't wait to watch this one. Great atmosphere, Saturday night, SEC. This is what college football is all about. Top 5 matchup.
Georgia versus Bama.
Yeah, love it.
All right. Well, that takes us to Copa. You kind of already gave us your survivor picks for you.
You want me to just recap it real quick?
You can recap it for the listeners. Yeah.
So both Papinchek and I, took the Jaguars. They got their ass kicked. So we had to pick team to lose. Brett and Taylor took Washington, and Jaden Daniels eliminated them. Nolan, you took the Rams. Tough one. The 49ers were running most of that game, and then they blew it at the end. You know, Jennings
is that on Shanahan, you think?
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
And you know what? Stafford's damn good. Like Stafford, if he's healthy and
Stafford's
he's got time.
A dog. Speaking of Georgia.
Literally a dog. And then Troy, the Broncos, just beat up on the Bucs from the start.
That wasn't even close.
That's a classic. I think the Bucs were starting to read their headlines of how good they were, and they weren't ready for
That's the
Sean
classic
Payton
Baker.
Yeah.
Getting a little too fucking big.
Baker
yeah.
couldn't do it all year. We knew he couldn't do it all year. I was just hoping he could do it one more week.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, like I said, if I could have switched my pick, I was going to switch it to the
So it wouldn't mattered anyway.
Broncos.
Yeah.
So when that was happening and the 49ers were up,
you're like,
I think
oh,
they're up
goodness.
14. I was about to text the group like, thank God I didn't switch my pick because I was going to be with where fucking Troy is right now. And I was like, no, I'm not going to jinx myself. And it didn't matter because it was in my head already, and it fucking jinxed myself.
Self jinx.
So, well, good luck, Copad. I hope you win because that means the Bills win.
Yeah.
So let's get to the college bets of the week. Each week we try to bring you what we believe is our best college pick to get away from the NFL. Copad, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we did last week?
Yeah. Papinchek had the Tennessee Oklahoma over 57.5. They ended up getting 50 points total. Tennessee won by 10, so that's a loser. But I would tell Papinchek, keep betting on Tennessee overs. I think if they had played any other school but Oklahoma, Josh Heupel would have kept running up that score. But he's from Oklahoma. He won a national championship at Oklahoma. He was fired by Bob Stoops when he was the offensive coordinator at Oklahoma. I think Heupel had a lot of emotions going back there, and I don't think he wanted to run up the score. So I think if it was any other school, Tennessee runs up that score. So that's just you happen to play the alma mater of the head coach. Brett, this was a tough one. I don't even know if he watched this or knew about it, but he had East Carolina at +6. They were up 17 on Liberty. They ended up losing by 11, 35-24. Liberty might be the undefeated group of 5 small school that gets in the playoff, and I hope they aren't because I don't think they're very good, but they keep getting these wins and keep staying undefeated. Taylor, great bet. I was a little worried about it, but Miami -16.5. They destroyed South Florida, 50-15. Miami looks like a wagon. Nolan, great pick. Illinois +7.5. It was a great game the whole time. They ended up winning in overtime. Dylan Raiola missed the wide open guy that would have won the game. Then they were going all backwards in overtime. Classic Nebraska loss. Good pick there.
Classic.
Yeah. I had the USC Tennessee money line parlay. USC, my goodness, they held. Michigan only had 32 yards passing, and it looked like USC was going to win at the end.
I thought they did.
Then that big long run, and Michigan somehow pulls it out. Tough loss for USC. I still think USC is a pretty good team, but that's a tough loss to take there. And then Troy, you fell into the Cam Rising vortex, so to speak. Is he playing? Is he not playing? Is he hurt? Is he going to get an 8th year? You had the Utah Oklahoma State over 54.5. Rising did not play. It was Zach Wilson's little brother starting the quarterback for Utah. He's not that great. Utah grinded out a 22-19 win, so it was only 41 points. So I think if Cam Rising plays, that over might have hit.
Well, I bet it because the week before I watched Oklahoma State just throw the ball all over the place, and that quarterback sucks.
Yeah, he was benched. Yeah.
He was awful that game.
Yeah.
Had to turn it off.
On the season, Papinchek 3-1 on college bets. Brett's 2-1. Nolan, you're 2-2. Me and Taylor are 1-3. Troy's still looking for his first win. He's 0-3.
Can't get it.
Oh, tough one to find a good game to bet here, but I'm just gonna keep riding with Illinois. Illinois is playing Penn State. They're getting 17.5 points, so you don't have to win.
Yeah.
I don't get
Keep
that
it
spread.
close. Keep it close.
I think they were talking about this game on Pick'em and saying how this was a big old trap. But
I kind of
17.5 points. Illinois is good. Penn
They're
State,
good.
I don't know
They're
if they're
good.
that good.
they're good. I don't know if they got the talent Penn State has. You know, it's one thing to beat
17
Nebraska.
and a half is a lot of points.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm rooting for you, Nolan. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Penn State just steamrolls Illinois.
They could.
Penn State beats teams like this. They lose to the Ohio States and Michigans.
And it is at home. It is at home.
Prime time, NBC.
17 and a half.
I don't want to talk you out of
17 and a
it.
half.
I don't want to talk you out of it.
17
It's
and
a
a
lot
half.
of points. If Illinois plays like they did last week, this will be a game.
I mean, it's a huge trap. You're walking right into the trap.
Kofi, the quarterback from UNLV.
Yeah,
He isn't playing.
he's
playing.
definitely not playing.
He didn't get
He got-
paid.
He got about $3,000 of about 100,000 he was allegedly promised
Do you know
by,
anything about his
by
backup?
verbal agreement. The players are rallying around him. He's a transfer from Campbell. I guess he worked with the 1s and 2s all summer while Saluka came in from Holy Cross. So the players are backing him up. That's all I know. I have no idea if he's any good or not.
Fuck it. Give me UNLV instead then. -1.5 against Fresno State.
Oh, you sure?
Fuck it.
Cross out Illinois, put UNLV. Okay.
You're gonna rally around the kid.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. He's gonna be all pumped up. He's gonna play good. Everyone's gonna think he's great, and then next week I'll probably bet against him.
There you go.
That's my strategy. Troy.
So there's a hurricane
True.
in Florida,
Yes.
and the Miami Hurricanes play tomorrow.
Yes.
Also
Yeah.
true.
So I'm going to take the Miami Hurricanes. Actually, so I watched the game against South Florida. South Florida actually was throwing the ball downfield at them pretty well.
It was close for a little bit. Yeah.
It was close for a little bit. Miami, just started dominating them in the second half. But I'm going to take a little same game alternate.
Uh-oh.
Alternate Miami -9.5.
Okay.
Parlayed with over 47.5 in the game.
Okay.
That you can get that for -115, I think.
Okay. I don't hate that.
-115.
Miami's feeling
That's-
themselves. Cam Ward at one point, they had the ball at the 1-yard line. This clip went viral against South Florida. And he was telling the South Florida lineman, we're going to run the ball right here at this spot. And they ran it and got it in for a touchdown. Like they're feeling themselves right now, Miami.
Yeah, I think he's still the favorite for the Heisman, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
should be
awesome.
should be Travis Hunter, but
Should be Travis.
As a corner or a wide receiver?
Just a football player.
as the most outstanding player in college football, which is what the Heisman's supposed to be.
Who is it?
Charles
Richard
Woodson.
Sherman? Richard Sherman was talking shit about him, I think.
Was he? I don't listen to Richard.
He was like, as a corner, he's like, great. I think should be drafted as a corner, but he's like, but as a wide receiver, he's kind of blah.
Oh, I think it's the opposite. I think he's a better wide receiver than he's a corner. And he's a good corner. I think he's a much better
That
wide
corner-
He's
receiver.
a
Richard Sherman.
great corner.
He is, but I think he's even better wide receiver. But
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. What do I know?
I don't know.
He's going to be a weapon.
Yes.
I wonder
It's
if
gonna
he'll
be a
play
wagon.
both ways in the pros.
I think it depends on the
I
team
just-
that he's
I
drafted
just
on,
think
you know,
that
and how much sway he can have.
it's not like Otani where you're like not just it's double the pounding you're taking.
Yeah, it's 130
NFL
plays. It's
A lot of
unbelievable. And
running.
he made the game-winning play on defense to win the game, punching the ball out as the
I know.
Baylor running back's about to go into tie it overtime.
That was
After he
amazing.
hit, I mean, that's incredible with the Hail Mary and everything. Like
Yeah.
Travis Hunter's forget what whatever everyone feels about Deion in Colorado, there's a million opinions. Travis Hunter's the real deal. Like, there's no denying that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like in the NFL, I think if he were to play both ways, I think after a while he'd be like, "Holy fuck, I don't know if I can do this anymore."
Yeah, I don't think it'd be like long lasting his whole career, but for a short time, he could probably do it.
Plus I think he would just get injured
Yeah, for sure.
because you're going to be running. I mean, you probably get gassed, and once you start to lose a step, and somebody comes back and cracks you, I don't know.
My guess is he plays mostly receiver and has a package at defense every now and then in the NFL. That'd be my guess.
That would still be pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the best part of the show, our free money bet of the week. Kofi, how did we do last week?
For the most part, pretty good. Papinchek had James Cook anytime touchdown. Hit. Brett had the Browns Giants under 38.5. The final score was 21-15 Giants, so 36. Hit. Nolan, I think you said this happened in the first half. Josh Allen over 228.5 pass yards. You and Troy both had that one. Hit.
That might happen in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Easy bet.
We talked about Anthony Richardson. Is he good? Is he not? I guess he's probably not good. But you know what he does do when he's at home? He launches bombs.
Passes.
I had longest pass completion over 33.5 yards. He had a 44-yard completion and a 40-yard completion. And I think it was only like 9 of 20 or 10 of 20. So that's how
right.
That's how
you
he
read that one perfectly.
Yeah. So hit. The only losers, Troy, you mentioned you had the Cardinals Lions over 51.5. In the end, there was only 33 points in that game. And then Taylor, 49ers minus 6.5. Did not happen.
I had him freaking Rams in the reverse survivor.
On the season, Taylor, myself, and Papinchek are 2-1 in free money. Troy, Brett, and you, Nolan, are 2-2. So no one's got a losing record in free bets.
We're doing very well in free money.
Nice. We'll get ready for another one.
Oh, and by the way, I just I think Troy, what was you had Miami, right? Oh yeah, I wrote your I'm having a little space out
alternate parlay.
You had real quick, Papinchek for college had Clemson minus 22 against Stanford. Taylor had the Arkansas Texas A&M under 52.5. And I'm going to take the 17-year-old kid from Alabama, the wide receiver, stud freshman Ryan Williams, to score a touchdown. I got it at plus 145. I think he has a breakout game versus the Dogs. So I forgot to mention that.
Wow, that would have been a bad miss.
Yeah.
Also, Brett took Utah minus 9.5. I just saw.
Yes, I got that text is in. So Utah minus 9.5. I don't even know who they're playing. I have to look it up. But anyway, free money. Yeah.
Free money bet. It's plus money. Josh Allen to throw for over 1.5 touchdowns. Plus 108.
I got the same one.
Like he's just going to do it.
I got it at plus 104, but yeah, I love it.
He's going up against Lamar Jackson. He's going to want to, like, apparently he loves giving his teammates touchdowns. He's like, as long as they're open, as long as like everybody's like in it for each other, knows that at any point the ball could be coming to you. Like Kofi said, like he's out there, he's calm, but he's like having fun. He's just seeing the field. Like there might have been one pass where I was like, ooh, that was almost.
Yeah, the one in the end zone in the second half. Yeah. That could have been picked off.
Other than that, like he's not even putting I shouldn't even say this out loud, but he's not even putting the ball in harm's way.
This is the best version of Josh Allen right now.
Yeah, so keep it up, buddy.
I hope he keeps it up.
2 touchdowns, unless he runs 3 in, that's free money. That's free money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking it over 1.5 touchdowns. Troy.
I'm going to stick with Josh Allen, but this is a bet that I did last week, and it's a lot of fun because it's Josh Allen over 271.5 passing plus rushing yards.
Okay.
Is because and sometimes you bet his passing yards and he takes off for a long run.
Yep. Like, so combine them. I love it.
Yep. Makes it even better.
Yeah.
Kofi.
I'm with you, Nolan. I also have the over 1.5 TD passes for Josh Allen. Papinchek's going to take James Cook anytime touchdown at plus 135. Hey, if it's hitting, it's hitting. Especially if it's plus odds, take it.
Yep.
Taylor is going to take the Cardinals -3.5. And then what did Brett text us? He's got the Colts Steelers under 40.5. I don't hate that.
Mm,
Any Steelers under?
Mike
Yes,
Tomlin.
especially against Anthony Richardson.
They're playing the Colts. Oh my God, the Steelers might be 4-0.
It's in Indianapolis. I'm tempted to take the Richardson deep pass again, but it is the Steelers. I don't know. I might stay away from that.
Good defense.
Yeah.
Who are the Vikings playing?
The Vikings are playing. Where are the Vikings playing? At Packers. Duh. Yeah, that's the game I took off.
Packers. Is Jordan Love playing?
I think he's going to play. It sounds like he's going to play.
Interesting.
Fun game.
Vikings defense is good.
I think
Brian
the
Flores.
Packers defense might be good.
Packers defense is good.
Yeah. But yeah,
That'd be a good game.
Brian Flores in that defense has done very well so far.
Yeah, we'll just see if Jordan Love's at 100%.
And let's see the Vikings do it on the road, not at home with the dome
and I feel like just like Baker Mayfield, we might see a bad
because
Sam Darnold game coming.
I think I remember Sam Darnold when he started for the Panthers. He was like the #1 quarterback in fantasy football for like
he had a couple weeks,
2 or 3 weeks, and then he was terrible.
I remember I never really watched the pregame shows because ours is much better, but I for whatever reason I remember Aaron Andrews did like an interview on Fox with Darnold when he was hot with Carolina before the game, and then Darnold just went after that. And people are giving like Darnold and NFL MVP odds. It's like let's slow the roll on that one.
He does have Justin Jefferson to throw to though.
He's got a great coach. O'Connell's a really good coach.
And O'Connell's a good coach.
Yeah.
So Seahawks, Chiefs, Bills,
Steelers,
Vikings, Steelers. Okay.
Yeah.
Five undefeated teams left.
One will lose on Sunday for sure.
How many will there be? How many will there be on Tuesday?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, that takes us through our whole show.
Yeah, under an hour.
Love it. Also, my father-in-law has been begging me to let his brother on this show, so I might have to do that just to make him happy one of these weeks. Just to give you a heads up.
Have it be like a guest picker, like College Game Day. Come on real quick and give some picks, and if he wins, bring him back on. Yeah.
He very good football player. He was in the NFL draft, like actually drafted. So he tells me very highly insight, will be an asset to the show.
Hey, why not? I never knew Rumpy until you brought him on. So
I mean, a lot of people want to be on this show, so
a lot of people do. Yeah,
we'll see. Get in line.
Yeah,
and hey, for a second straight week, it's just the 3 originals right here.
Yeah, 3 OGs.
The OGs.
OG 3.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we were just doing Bills talk, I don't even think we were doing gambling shows.
Draft talk.
Nolan, I think you and I are like Cal Ripken. We've done every show, right?
Well, yeah, I have to do every show because I'm the only one who has Zoom access.
Yes.
So yeah. But yeah, Kofi's never missed a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, until next week, bet responsibly and go Bills.
Go Bills. Time to beat the Ravens. Let's go.